How's it going, everybody? Today I have the PlayArts Kai Robocop figure. This thing, I'm just so happy to finally have a little bit more Robocop in my collection. I've been kind of late on a few of the Robocop collectibles, with NECA. I haven't been able to find the spring-loaded holster Robocop. And I'm not too much of a fan of a lot of battle damaged or the glow-in-the-dark. But I do have the NECA Ed 209, so it kind of offsets that I have the huge PlayArts figure and then the NECA Ed 209. But you know what? Without further ado, let's get right into this figure. I'm very, very happy with this figure. Well, let me take away one of the very happies, because there are a few parts and little pieces of it that could have been better. Some quality control issues, or maybe just manufacturing and figure molding issues that PlayArts might have had with this. I was actually surprised with those issues because I have the PlayArts Kai Red variant Batman and the Man of Steel, and those are just absolutely amazing figures. But this, is a really great figure, and let's get right into the review. Overall, they kept the basic, the original 1980 classic Robocop, which they do have the two newer versions of the Robocop body, but I'm not a fan of the new film, I'm not a fan of the new armor, the new body, the new story, so I stuck with the classic version. And this thing is, incredible. It's just very screen accurate, and of course with PlayArts they always put their own little designs to it, so it's gonna have a little bit or slightly altered design from PlayArts. And as you can tell, it's probably easier to tell in person, but this figure is a little bit slimmer and not as bulky as the normal Robocop would be. Overall though, it still resembles him very much. If it's, someone who had only seen Robocop once or wasn't too into it and they like the figure, they wouldn't really be able to tell the difference, but true Robocop fans can really see the difference in the bulk and size of this figure. Let me zoom out here so you can get a wider picture of him. So overall they kept a very darkish gray silver tone, and throughout the figure, I don't know if it's easy to see in the video, but you see a lot of purple, blue tones and hazes that come out, like a little bit on the arm here, over here, and again when you turn the figure, depending which way you look at it, like right now we can see on the thigh here, a little bit on the upper chest. It has that, I guess, undertone that they added to it, which I think is really cool. It's not something that just stands out, but when you see it in the light, I think it's just incredible. Not too many figures have that little lighting effect to it, but I'm really happy with what PlayArts did, and overall the paint is really well done too. Nothing really chipped. Oops, sorry about that. Nothing really chipped, nothing really missing. Everything is painted well. The glossy black around the joints or connecting parts, and overall it's kind of, depending what part of the body, it's a little bit metallic, some parts a little bit flat, and they really stuck to all the details. Just turn it around, so as you can see again, the little bit of purple and the blue here and there. Here's the back. They really kept it true to how Robocop will look, even in this slimmer design. So let's hop right into the articulation. Get that set up, there we go. The one thing I noticed a lot if you're trying to pose this guy, the head just pops off. Now he does have the hole in here for the peg, but it just does not seem to click or pop in, and I don't want to break it, but he does stay fine, but if you're turning it, you can really tell it's just not connected, so just be very careful with that. And he does have the lower neck articulation there, the full of course the full movement, because he's not connected. And then the upper torso, that just comes off. It seems like they didn't make the peg long enough, or they just did not really pay attention to it connecting, unless I just got a lemon in mine, but what can you do? It still poses fine. I can still pose him, I can still stand him up, so I can't complain. And then you see the arms, they have a small ratchet joint, they kind of pop in and out, they can go out like this, in, the ratchet joint at the elbow here, full swivel around, and the wrists do turn, and he does have the trigger hand for his gun. Oh, and there you go, there goes his head. Same thing on this side, the upper torso, the lower at the waist, and the leg does have the ratchet joint It can go out just slightly, you know, it's kind of hindered right here, and goes in a little bit. And then let me zoom that out. The knee joints, it's just a single ratchet joint here. And the ankles too. Now the only thing you have to be careful for here on the pistons or the hydraulics, I forgot which one it was, I don't want to move it too much. But if you do move the ankle too much down or up, these might pop off. Again, like I said, I don't know if I just have a lemon, maybe this figure wasn't assembled properly, but you know, I've had issues when one of these pistons do pop off. It just clicks right back in. I'm not sure if it has to be glued or if it was originally supposed to be glued, but you know, still poses fine, still no big deal. You know, just a really cool figure, you know, just something for any Robocop fan to have. Definitely not for kids, you know, I wouldn't recommend. Of course, us collectors, we don't really give these to our kids anyway. But, you know, I'm very happy with this figure, you know, and the overall design, you know, keeping with Alex Murphy's face for whatever you can see it. Overall, the design is very close, all the little attention to details on the crevices and joints and screws and whatnot. You know, they did a very well job. And it's PlayArt's Kai. You know, I've been very happy with PlayArts lately. You know, my first figure was the Red Variant Batman. Man of Steel came recently, which I'll have a review up later too. And now the Robocop. So, highly recommended, you know, another great addition. And hope you guys enjoyed. So thank you for watching and stick around for the next video.